showtime.
Hey, Amith, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Please subscribe to Sharonatsea Travel. Thank you.
Happy New Year!
It is a new year.
Happy New Year, Sharon. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
You look lovelier than ever. 2022 has been very, very good to you. You know what I mean?
I hope 2022 is going to be even better. Well,
I'm not sure.
2022, 2022,
yeah,
not 2021.
No, 2022 is starting out a lot like 2021. I'm not sure what's happening. We got back from an amazing New Year's cruise, and we have been battling some light colds, some stomach issues. I mean, it has been kooky and crazy.
More like a stomach virus. I'm the only one. Go
ahead and jinx yourself. You got it. Go ahead, say it.
I'm the only one that has not got sick since we've been home. But,
go ahead, say it.
But it's probably my turn. Matthew is just getting over it. Jamie started with it after we got home from her.
I started it. Is that what you're saying? I started the problem. And you had an issue on the New Year's Eve cruise.
I did on the first.
You spent 3/4 of the day laid up. I mean, not even seen by anybody. It was crazy.
I did, but I don't think it was a virus. I think it was more like something. I think it was something I ate. It was just the whole way. It was after dinner.
It's easy to point your finger at the food.
And then I was fine the rest of the trip. So.
Or it could have been a little seasick. Some other folks were seasick.
Well, there's a couple other people kind of felt a little under the weather too with seasickness or something. So
we'll see.
But we had a great time.
Chef Roan, what is up, Tyrone? Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2022. Do you guys welcome the brand new year? Welcome back on your first live YouTube broadcast. Great to see you guys back. Thank you. It is great to be back. Last week on Monday, we were just getting back from the cruise. We were literally walking in the door an hour before we would have gone live, and we just couldn't pull it off. And then we thought about doing something later in the week, and we're like, we'll just wait till next Monday, and we'll recoup, we'll regroup, and we'll get a few things rolling for the new year.
Catch up on a few things.
That's right. That is right.
Actually, we got a vlog out today. We had one more. Our actual Bermuda vlog. It was the day we made it to Bermuda.
Yes.
So that's out, and I think we just have one more. Maybe one more.
We can move into the next round of vlogs and try to get caught up a little bit here. Now that the holidays are over, now that the 2021 is over, and we can get in and start churning and burning the vlogs. Hello to everybody. I see everybody saying hi in the chat. Great to see you all here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Although, everyone got a little spoiled, we did have Vlog-A-Days. We were giving away gifts left and right the last time everybody saw us. So today, we don't have anything. You're not hiding any jam anywhere. No. You don't have anything, any cups or tumblers you're pulling out. Okay.
Not this time.
All right. So we just want to make it clear. If you're just here for the free stuff, I'm going to be straight up with you. We don't have any free stuff. But what we do have is us. And you know what they say? We got each other. And that's enough for love. Yeah. So give it a shot. But anyway, Sharon, is there an itinerary tonight? What are we doing tonight for the people?
I think you have the volume off.
No, I got the volumes on. See it bouncing around right there?
Oh.
Yeah, that. No, that's something else. But I appreciate you paying attention.
Sorry.
If the volume's off, then people would be screaming bloody murder out there. I'm telling you right now. Larry Thomas, Larry and Elaine, lovely to see you guys. Hello, Sharon, Jamie, and the SAST Cruise Crew. Hope everybody had a great new year. Let's keep cruising. We're going to keep cruising. We're ready to keep cruising, and we have a cruise coming up in less than 60 days, and we are super stoked about it.
Almost 50 days.
It's almost 50 days. We're getting ready to start the new Zoom calls, the pre-cruise Zoom calls that we'll be doing on any larger group cruises to make sure everyone is lined up and ready to party. So we are super excited. Speaking of group cruises, I don't want to spoil anything, but we do have it's one major announcement coming tonight. Mm-hmm. It's like a major and a minor.
I was going to say it's like a major and a minor.
It's like a symphony. There's going to be majors and minors. It's like a sports league, a major and a minor.
Yeah.
Can we compare anything else? Music, major, minor. Sports league, major, minor. I don't know where else to go with that. I just lost myself. I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to spoil it, Kimberly. I will not spoil it. I'm a borderline professional. I will drag this thing out till the last minute to keep everyone here on the edge of your seats waiting for the big announcements. But I promise you, this is not just some kind of teaser. This is not a clickbait. This is a true, honest to goodness, major group cruise announcement for 2023. And that's the deal. Major minor. Wasn't he in the Army? Kevin Brubaker, I'm not sure. He may have been. Kevin, major minor, is that what you call your... Oh, never mind. Let's go on with what we got covered tonight. Sharon, the itinerary. Hit us. What's the game plan tonight?
Well, I thought we would talk a little bit about... maybe go over just a few highlights from 2021. I know a lot of channels put videos out of that, and we didn't really do a video, but we thought maybe we'd just flash up a few things and talk about it, just kind of go over. And after looking back on everything, we realized how lucky we were that we got to do as much as we did in 2021.
It's a great way to put it.
You know, it's like you don't realize sometimes what you do until you start looking back at it.
You are so right.
And then thought we'd talk about the Radiance a little bit. Our group
Carnival Radiance group cruise. It was an amazing.
Yeah,
I know we use that word a lot, but we mean it.
It was such a good cruise. It was just perfect. We did talk about the Radiance a little bit from when we went to the naming ceremony, but we thought we'd talk a little bit more about it after actually cruising on the Radiance, and you know, some of the maybe good, bad. I don't know. There wasn't really bad, but you know, just some of the little things with, you know, maybe staff being missing and not as much staff maybe, and just, you know, some of the differences.
It was, listen, the people, amazing. Mm-hmm. The time, fantastic. Yeah. The cruise itself, there was a few bumps. Yeah. A few bumps and bruises, but overall,
I don't think we really noticed it that much. We just kind of made our own fun and had a good time.
Yes. Before I go any further, though, I just want to take a minute. I don't want to miss out on it. The football season, okay? First off, get your shots in now. Go ahead, hit a man when he's down. My Los Angeles Chargers took a beating last night. Well, not a beating, but a devastating loss. So the Raider fans, if you're there, get it out of your system. Throw your comments out. I'll give you a minute or two to just talk your smack all you want. But Matthew and I are devastated. I cried for 2 to 3 hours in a fetal position
I watched
after the game.
that whole game.
You did watch the whole game for the first time this season, and maybe that was the problem. Maybe you jinxed it. I'm not sure.
I jinxed it.
But that was fantastic. So football's over, and we'll talk football going forward. There's still a lot of football and a lot of NFL playoffs going on. You know that we love the football, so that's the deal. I'm just hold on. Let me make sure. Did we say this really quick? Timothy Walters, thank you so much, dude, for the super chat.
Thank you, Timothy.
You are fantastic.
We're looking forward to seeing you in just a few weeks.
Pia, yeah, my coach is fantastic, and I love my coach. So you can settle down with that talk. I'll tell you what. But also, speaking of football, we have a big congratulations. I don't know if he's out there, and he may or may not be, but anyone who follows us, you know that we do the Fantasy Football League, the Sharon at Sea Travel Fantasy Football League, and this year we have a champion, and it's a new champion. Year one was Rob from Life with Favor, Katie Dogs. Year two were Derek and Gregory from D&G Explorers, the Dilly Dilly Explorers. But year three, we have a new champion. Do you want to announce who the champion was?
It is Doodles McShipshow.
Doodles McShipshow is a champion. Congratulations, Doodles McShipshow, the champion of the 2021 Sharon at Sea Travel Fantasy Football League, and your trophy is on order and will be shipping out soon to a mailbox near you. The Beach Life, thank you, Hani. That's very, very nice. I appreciate it. He is in mourning. He is a Charger fan as well. It was a tough loss. Mary Barkley, thank you for the super chat. Mary, she has no words with the super chat. She just put it in there. Mary and I are kind of like,
we had
we're on the same wavelength here.
Great time with Mary on a Radiance group cruise, New Year's Eve group cruise.
Oh gosh, it was fantastic. Mary and I we had a cocktail. There was a video I have of her, and I don't think I loaded it in tonight. I'll show it next week. But it is a fantastic video of Mary's first time trying Buffalo Trace. So it'll be out there. It'll be out there soon. Don't worry. Mary, tonight's not the night.
I see.
So
Connor says she had a. Oh, I missed it. You rolled it.
What, did I go too fast?
The Mardi Gras group cruise in September was awesome. Yep, and we are looking forward to...
Sharon, is that your alarm? Is it time to wake up? Your alarm just went off.
It did. It went off for something else.
Good morning. Good morning, honey. Has anyone else had their alarm go off at 7:15 p.m.?
Gosh.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Sue's going to be on our Vista group cruise coming up.
Oh, Sue, that's going to be a good time. A lot of people are going to be on the Vista group cruise. It's going to be crazy. Speaking of group cruise, I see John and Diamond Campa. What's going on? Yes, they said Radiance was awesome. Had a great time. Those guys were an amazing couple. Meeting them was an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. And I see other folks that are going to be out there as well. Eddie Moonshine was not a fan of the buffet. We saw him on the Radiance.
On the Radiance,
and he wasn't grouping it. He had his own thing. He was with some folks, and he just came up and said, "What's up?" And that was fantastic meeting him as well. Arnold, we did take a devastating loss. You're right about that. The timeout wasn't the issue. That was not an issue. If you think the timeout was an issue, then I'm sorry, you're wrong. The Raiders were going to run one more play and then call a timeout and kick the field goal. They weren't just going to let the clock run out. Do you know what their fans would have done if their fans gave up on the game and just said, "Oh, we'll just let us both go in the playoff"? These teams are bitter rivals. They are bitter rivals. One would not have let the other one go. And if you know football, you know that's going to be the case. Please, don't tell me the timeout was an issue. Now you're just crazy. Teague Neal says, "I need to watch Canadian football." I may have to turn that way. Thank you. The Chargers were robbed. And people saying, "Unreal what happened to the Chargers." Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. Let's see. Do we have a count for the Vista Group Cruise? Everyone wants to know the count. Timothy Walters always likes to know what the count is.
Let's see.
What do you got for him?
I believe it is. I was just working on the dining today with Carnival. I think it's 103 people.
103. How's that sound, Timothy? 103 people. Tina Spooner said, "Can't wait to meet everybody on the Vista." That is going to be fantastic. Cheryl, the Vista Cruise is March 5th out of Galveston, and it's going to be a great time. Kevin Brubaker dated a girl named Timeout. She was an issue. Not an issue, I'm telling you. Dave and Brandy are out there. What's going on? Nice to see you guys. Pia Broderick said, "Wow, lots of people." It is, Pia. We're excited about it. It's going to be a great time, and we couldn't be happier. Doug Ollinger, Doug and Beth, we are sorry you guys haven't been feeling well, and we are sorry that we're not going to see you this Friday evening, as a matter of fact.
I don't have Saturday. It was Friday?
No, it's Friday. I don't have anything official. I mention it. There's a few people out there that we are friends with in the community. They're going to be in town that we're going to be meeting up with probably at the Westgate. They're just going to be there for the night on Friday. And I guess I'll probably post something in the Cruise Crew in the next day or two in case anybody else wants to go. We're finalizing some plans, but I know Beth and Doug said they couldn't make it, so we're very, very sorry. Julie said, "Question, is Matthew giving a pizza review?" You mean right now?
No.
In the other room? Or
you mean from the last cruise, from the Radiance? I got a pizza review.
I don't remember if he did a pizza review. But Scott McNeil, thank you so much for the super chat. Says 53 days till the Vista. Yeah, thank you for giving us the specific. Can you say that?
Specifics?
Thank you. Specific number. I appreciate that. Thank you, Scott.
Gosh, he may have done a pizza review. Oh, you know what? He did do a pizza review. He did, but it wasn't on the ship. It was actually in Catalina. He did a Catalina pizza review, and he actually did it all on his own. We were doing things.
And he did it. Well, Larry.
All of a sudden, he came and picked up the camera, took it over to the table, and I saw him talking in the camera on his own, doing his own thing. Just so he did do a pizza review.
The kids are rock. What can I say?
Larry's.
Luau Larry's. Larry Luau. Luau Larry's in Catalina. That was, you know what? I totally forgot about that. Yeah. It was like the wine mixer, only it was a cocktail mixer. It was unbelievable. Yeah. I can't wait to show you guys some of the videos from that. We're gonna catch up here. I promise that the New Year's here. We're gonna be catching up on a lot of videos, and you're gonna see all the stuff, the Navigator, the Radiance, and all that good stuff. I need an OJ and NyQuil fund, said rescue me with Kimberly. Thank you for the super chat, Kimberly. That's extremely nice of you. So nice. Thank you. We'll just be coming off of Vista when you guys are coming on in March. Melinda Beauchamp said, Melinda, do me a favor. I'm gonna shoot you my cabin number. Can you get a little something from duty free? And as you're getting off the ship, just run by there and drop it. Put it in the corner behind the drapes. I'll find it and everything will be fine. Thank you so much. Jennifer Heath is out there. Jennifer is cruising right now with the amazing Engleby's. AJ and Melody. They're having a great time. And speaking of videos, they sent me a great video too. As a matter of fact, if you're in the Sharon at Sea Travel Cruise Crew, look for the video of AJ and Melody dancing on the pole. They're pole dancing. It's a tribute to my recent pole dancing videos that I've made, and I love it so much. It was great to see those guys. We hope you have a blast.
Yeah, looked like they're having so much fun.
Mary Barkley said that was good pizza.
Yeah, it was good pizza. I had pizza too. It was really good.
Tesla Mon said, interested to see the pizza review because I didn't think it looked very good. Too much grease off the meat. But some people like it like that. Oh my, Tess, will you settle down? You obviously haven't had enough cocktails before you eat pizza. Because that pizza looks fantastic.
Then everything's good, right?
Oh boy, unbelievable. Let's see, love the pole dancing video, said Debbie Rains. There you go. And people did say it was awesome. It was awesome. All right, so what do we have going on tonight, Sharon? First off, are we going to do a little year in review?
Sure.
Should we jump into that really quick?
All right, so let's do that.
All right, so Sharon mentioned earlier, let's get serious for a minute. Now, if I can I get serious? Let me take it down a notch. Okay. 2021 was not the year that we were hoping it was going to be.
No, and it didn't
It was
start
not
off.
even close.
We thought there was going to be a lot more cruising earlier, back in 2020, but as 2021 got close, we realized cruising wasn't happening,
Yes.
at least the first half of the year. So we decided to jump out and take a couple land vacations.
We did.
We did a little camping here and there, but we also we started the year by going to Cancun.
We did. No, listen, but people said that we were a little crazy. We took heat, believe me. When you put out these videos and you share stuff you're doing, we try to leave as many comments on the videos as we can, good and bad comments. We don't mind being critiqued and criticized or something like that. If someone's got something intelligent and constructive to say, we'll listen to it, and we're okay with that. We know we're not perfect, and people don't agree with everything we do and say. And if someone really bashes us, or they're rude or vulgar, then that's coming out of the comments.
We really have only taken down comments really a couple times, and it's been when someone has bashed another person's comment, because I don't like to see other people bashing other people.
That's good too.
Or if someone's made a comment maybe towards Matthew.
That's not going to fly.
And
homie, don't play that. But we know that there are people that watch some of the stuff we did, and we went out and we traveled, and people are like, "Are you guys crazy? What's the matter with you?" But we've always traveled, and it's a big part of our lives, and it's something that's important to us. So we decided that we weren't gonna, we were gonna be as safe as we could. We felt almost at all times, we felt as safe doing what we were doing as we would be doing anything else locally here, working, going to the store. I mean, I worked the entire time, so I didn't mind going out masked and doing our thing.
And we went to Cancun. We really weren't around that many people except for the plane ride there.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of tried to keep to ourselves for the most part. And then also when we went to Hawaii, same thing. And then even in the restaurants, things were kind of limited there. And, we drove around in a rental car ourselves together, and everything was outdoors for the most part. So we weren't in big crowds at that time either.
It was not often that we were this close to anyone besides the three of us during any kind of stuff that we were doing. Crazy Cat Traveler, I saw your comment. Intelligent comments, question mark, smarty pants. Boy, you cruised with somebody one time and they bust your butt. But it was a great time, and it's not lost on us that there are some folks that didn't get the chance to do it and had tough situations and medical issues and family emergencies, and work wouldn't let you do it. And we know that kind of stinks for them. But we took advantage of the opportunities that we had, and we went out and tried to have a good time. So I think we started the year early in the year, like January of 2021, we got to go to Cancun. So we got to go to the
Royal Hacienda.
Royal Hacienda, Playa del Carmen. So we flew to Cancun. We went about 40 minutes south of Cancun to Playa del Carmen. Stayed at the Royal Hacienda, so the place was fantastic. I had an amazing time, as you can see right here.
I think one reason we went to Playa del Carmen versus like the main part of Cancun was because we felt like it would be a little less crowded down there versus Cancun, and it may or may not have been, but we were just trying to be
not as wild,
safe as we could.
One of the things I really enjoyed was this my birthday lunch?
It was kind of like a birthday trip.
It was like a birthday trip for me, and we had spent a day watching playoff football. We watched the playoffs. It wasn't
Yeah.
Super Bowl, but it was the playoffs.
Yeah, it was
and
the
we
playoffs.
watched football at this place. It was fantastic. Oh, Sharon had a great time in her bubble bath on the patio of the resort that we stayed
Yeah,
at.
I love that bubble bath.
So that was awesome. Yep, there it is. This was the evening of my birthday. I'm sitting there. I believe that might have been a shot of tequila in one glass and a beer in the other. So that was fantastic. And Sharon did a lot of hard, strenuous work on that trip, if I recall. That was a very, very difficult time for you. So we had a great time, the three of us in Cancun. And then our next big trip, and this is one that was a little bit tricky. We had to jump through a few hoops to get to, was where?
We went to Hawaii on Matthew's spring break. We decided to go over to Hawaii for a week and stay in Oahu. At the time, there were more protocols, just different requirements, things in place, restrictions in some of the other islands. So we went over to Oahu, and that's kind of the more touristy area. And we wanted to go to Pearl Harbor and see some things over there.
Speaking of Hawaii, really quick, let me just jump off. So, you know how I like to jump around. I think we call it squirreling. Our girl Nancy, Nautical Nurse Nancy,
She
is on her
is
way
in-
to Hawaii
she
right now.
is.
On the Carnival Miracle, her and Anthony, she and Anthony are cruising Hawaii. So Nancy, if you're out there, if you watch this later, I'm sure you're doing something way more fun than sitting there watching this live stream. But congratulations. Hope you have a great time.
Yeah, look like she was having a lot of fun on the ship today. And in a couple days, she'll be in Hawaii.
Oh, boy, she's going to be
and
loving
the
it.
weather will be nice, and she'll be out of the cold weather.
I hope the weather's nice because our
into
weather
the
was
warm
horrible.
weather.
We had horrible weather in Hawaii.
We did.
And a shout out to Leanne Francisconi. We know you're out there. Thank you so much, Leanne, for being here. Keep an eye on the chat and keeping everybody in check. You guys do a good job of doing that for yourselves, so thank you for that. So we went to Hawaii, and we had a great time. I think this was on top of the...
Diamond Head.
That was Diamond Head, and behind us is the inside of Diamond Head, the inside of the volcanic crater, if you will. So that was a treat. That I pushed myself to the physical limits that I didn't know I had, and I know it's not that big a deal, but I'm an old, pretty husky guy, and climbing that volcanic crater, Diamond Head, it took everything that I had. I'll tell you what, look at Sharon. She looks lovely here in a very tropical look as we went over to the Hilton, what was that place? We were walking around out there, the Hilton, Hawaii, you know the one I'm talking about.
there, yeah.
The hotel,
We went
there's like
over
a
there.
series of Hilton hotels right
Walked
there.
over there to have dinner that night.
Oh, yeah, we did. So that was very cool. Oh, this is one of my favorite shots. I have a before and after. Sharon thought she'd be pretty fun and go get close to the water and kind of say, look at me, I'm here right on the water line. Everything's fantastic. And, she
there
turned
were
away.
no waves in sight.
Yeah,
when I walked
I don't
out
know
there.
about that. And then moments
And
later, the
boom.
visual went from, I swear to God, I don't know how I didn't have my camera on. I was videotaping something else. But moments later, it went from this, right to there.
And
Sharon
after
took it
that,
right on the back of the head.
I was off
Unbelievable.
that rock, down on my knees, flat on my face, practically.
Oh boy, that was amazing! You came back like a wet dog. It was fantastic, and of course, we went to Pearl Harbor. We went to the Arizona Memorial, the USS Arizona Memorial. So that was incredibly moving. We went over and saw the mighty Mo, the battleship.
I really enjoyed all of
That
that.
was a great trip with Matthew, and amazing memories. Looking back at that, I mean, it's one of the most special things that we've done together as a family. And what's funny is for years I didn't want to go to Hawaii, and then I broke down and we did it, and it was pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, I think we'll go back again once it gets a.
Now we almost took a trip after Hawaii on Adventure of the Seas, but that got kind of squashed at the last minute when they changed some
we
plans.
actually had Hawaii booked again that summer, and we canceled it to go on Adventure of the Seas, and then that got canceled, and then what did we end up doing? We didn't do anything.
What we ended up doing
went on
was we took
Vista.
a little trip on the Carnival Vista, and for the first time ever, we cruised the two of us without Matthew.
Yeah.
The timing of it didn't play out. He was still on the fence with regards to vaccination. So we took a ride to Galveston. We flew to Galveston, and just Sharon and I spent a week on the Carnival Vista, first time ever. We had a great time. It was a July 4th trip, and we had a blast. Look at us here with our July 4th shirts on and everything. We had such a fun time. We went to Nachi Cacombe Beach Club in Cozumel for the first time.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was very cool. This is my favorite part of Belize, which is just going back and forth from the ship. It was gorgeous. When you're out here, this is like when you're out near the ship when it's tendered or when it's anchored. It is gorgeous out there. But when you get into Belize, not so much. We did go to Roatan, so that was fantastic. We saw Johan there from Real Deal Roatan Tours and had a blast there. And there's a cute little picture of Sharon just on a swing. So we had a great time there in Roatan and Cozumel and that on the Vista. So that was an awesome trip. Great memories from that. We had a blast, but we're not in a hurry to cruise without Matthew. Right. We had such a fun time with Matthew. We don't want to miss that. So that was awesome. I see some folks talking about that they love Nachi Cacombe. It is a great place.
Oh, I really liked it a lot. That was our first time going there. We usually go to Mr. Sancho's or Paradise Beach, and especially with it just being the two of us, it was like the perfect place. It was so relaxing, so calm and quiet. It wasn't like a big party, but it was just, if you just want to relax and get away from it all. That's the
Leanne Francisconi says, Adventure of the Seas. I know we were going to be on it the same week the Francisconis were. We had these plans, and then boom. Oh, Mary Ellen Dillon there too. I'll be there this week too. That's Mary Ellen Dillon's on the same cruise.
I didn't even see her in the chat until now. Yes, she is going to Hawaii too on the same ship as Nancy.
Yep. Let's see. Tess says, the best of Belize, take a snorkeling excursion. Go to one of the cays, one of the islands. That is fantastic.
Yeah, those are
Amy Rogers said, do you want to go back to Bermuda anytime soon? I think so.
We do.
I think we do.
We're actually going back there this October of this year. We're on the Norwegian Prima. We're going back.
Kidder's got a great question. How much time do you spend as a family together on the cruise with Matthew versus Matthew doing his own thing? Like 50-50 or 80-20? It varies by cruise. This last cruise on the Radiance, 80-20. Matthew was gone. Every time he could be gone, he made a ton of friends, and he had one of his best cruises ever.
It's kind of funny,
as a kid.
But he did. He said it was one of his best, if not the best, cruise for him as far as meeting kids and hanging out.
Totally.
He's still chatting with the kids on one of those online chat things they do since he's been home, and hoping he'll cruise with them again one day. I guess they all have to talk their parents into cruising.
Yes, I know. Well, you never know. Maybe they'll all see each other again one day, Sharon. You never, ever know, do you?
But he did tell me that he has, he meets the most kids that I guess that he seems to like to hang out with when we've gone on cruises out of California. I don't know why or what it is, but he just seems to have a good time on those cruises.
Well, I don't know. They just work for him. So he had a blast, and we can't wait to do it again. But that was a great question. We try to spend as much time as we can as possible. Usually we eat breakfast together 100% of the time.
Yeah.
We eat dinner together 100% of the time. We eat lunch together 80% of the time. Yeah. But the rest of the day, it's very easy for him to just be gone.
Yeah, and if it's a port day where we're going on an excursion, getting off the ship, then we're together all day. And then when we come back after dinner, he hangs out. Basically, he hangs out in the kids' clubs at night after dinner and on sea days during the day.
There you go. Okay, let's jump ahead. So after the Vista, we went on, we had a group cruise. And this is a group cruise that had been planned and canceled, moved out and rescheduled.
Yeah.
And we had one of our first group cruise of the year, and in a while since our first one on the horizon in 2019. So we had a big group cruise. We had an amazing time, a bunch of great people on this group cruise. We had a blast. There's a picture of the group all together at a meet and greet that we had. So that was just a tremendous week on an amazing ship.
On that ship, and there was just so much going on, so much to eat.
It was wild. There was so much to eat, as you can tell by my stomach right there. You notice that it's getting larger and larger. There's the three of us on our balcony, had a great time. We did see, it was fantastic to see Maisie.
I know,
after missing her the whole pandemic.
That's the first day right there, and we almost didn't recognize her because she had her hat on. She was out on the Lido deck that day, and so it was kind of funny. I think she came up to us, and at first I didn't know, I'm like, I had to double take kind of to look at her. I know,
well, because all the time we spent with her in the main dining room. Now she's in Cucina del Capitano, and one of the greatest things she told us is she constantly, before and now since cruising has come back again, she's always getting people coming up saying, Sharonatsea Travel sent me. They told me to ask for you. And so that is fantastic. We love her.
She's always busy.
So, there's me. Who stuck this picture in there? I was blowing up a beach ball. I think I bounced that ball off of Tessa Almond a few times at Cozumel. That was in Cozumel, right? At Sancho's, Mr. Sancho's Beach Club. That was fantastic. Nicola was there too. Our favorite, number one, I think you could say our favorite bartender of all time. He's a fantastic dude. So we had a blast with him on the Mardi Gras. Oh, and there's a group. We went with Johan from Real Deal Roboton Tours. And that is our group all together.
The group excursion that day. And that's most of the group. Everyone didn't go.
It is. We had a few pictures. Obviously, we picked the funny one. Pam Shantz. I don't know if you're out there. To the right of Johan, all the way to the right of the picture. Oops, this is the one where Pam dropped something right when we took the picture. And she bent over to get it. Everyone else is ready for the photo. Pam trying to moon us, it looked like, in that particular picture. So that was fantastic. And then, of course, speaking of group cruises, we went from the Mardi Gras to, boom, the Breakaway.
Yeah, and that cruise.
And that was amazing. That cruise was tremendous.
There was so much planning going into that cruise, and I don't even know. Planning, we got on the ship, so many things. We couldn't get to Bermuda the first couple of days. We finally made it there. I mean, it was just like a constant sort of
It was
battle,
unbelievable.
But we had so much fun.
And for the first time, we teamed up with another channel. We had plans before that got squashed by the pandemic. But we teamed up with John and York from the Ship Show. We had a fantastic time with those guys. And we had a blast. Speaking of, there's John right now. It looks like he's giving me the evil eye right there. As we took a picture at Sail Away. And you can see York right back behind Matthew right there. We didn't have a lot of pictures together as a group, but that's a shot that I found with all of us in there.
Yeah, that was one of the most, I will say that was probably one of my most favorite sail-aways, was sailing away from New York. I can't wait to do it again.
Speaking of New York, we did get to check out New York with Matthew. We did some pizza touring and just had a blast. Had a great time. Oh, it was also a Halloween cruise, and there is Sharon looking cute as a bell, and me in the morning. That was a morning shot. That's how I look in the morning before I get cleaned up a little bit. So that was a good time. And there we are with a nice little picture. That's a picture we took in the Haven. We were lucky enough to get to spend a little time out there and check out some of the facilities. So that was super cool. A nice picture with Mary there. And of course we did, it wasn't all beautiful weather because we did freeze our butts off in the ice bar on that cruise, but we had a blast. And that was totally a great time on the Breakaway. So that was super cool. And then what we do shortly after that, then we threw a curveball. We went back to Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Didn't
we had our Australia cruise booked for this month, actually. Ooh. And we knew it wasn't going to happen, so we had to change it to something. We didn't want to change it out again at this point. We just wanted to go somewhere and go. So we booked the Navigator of the Seas. That was moving back to
fewer words. If anyone wants to take a minute to write that down, we just wanted to go somewhere.
We didn't want to just keep moving out of Australia.
Embroider it, put it on the wall, send it to your aunt.
We're gonna go there at some point, but we still weren't sure even early 2023 yet. We'll see how that goes, but we just wanted to go somewhere.
Early 2023?
We had a credit. No, I said we'll see how that goes with Australia.
Okay.
I said, but we had a credit we needed to use, and so I'm like, let's just use it. Let's go somewhere close. The Navigator was coming back to Los Angeles, and so we're like, let's
go. Yeah. So we took a ride on a Royal Caribbean ship, Navigator of the Seas, and I'll tell you what, we really enjoyed our first Royal cruise, but it wasn't what we thought it'd be. But this cruise was pretty damn good.
It was, yeah.
We really had a good time. I would happily go on this cruise again. We even made our way up to the helipad to see if they would come and pick us up and take us for a ride, but they didn't. We had a blast. Sharon loved the hallways. You loved the big, wide, roomy hallways, didn't you? And this is the hallway leading back to our cabin. We had a really nice aft cabin. You've seen some of the video, and you're going to see more to come because the vlogs will start. Of course, they had the Royal Promenade. Promenade or promenade? What do you guys say, promenade or promenade? Let me know in the comments so we can figure that out. So we had a blast there. Again, not a great picture with a little bit of lighting.
It's funny, that table doesn't really look that nice, but the hooked. The restaurant there,
Oh, gosh.
it was so good.
It was amazing. It was equal to, or maybe slightly better than the original Hooked experience we had on
I think
Tip
it
of the
was.
Seas.
I think
Greatest dining experiences ever. In front of me is a plate of lobsters, 2 lobsters sliced in half, filled
I
with
think-
crab meat.
I
and
would say
topped
the
with
food.
cheese.
I would say the food was a little better on this one, but on Symphony of the Seas, the like ambience or whatever, the where it was located,
You're talking about Hooked.
the decor.
You mean Hooked in
yeah,
general? Yes.
and everything
yes, I
was
agree.
better on Symphony.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I agree with that. And of course, here's a nice little picture of us bouncing around, the 3 of us there. And notice Matthew, taller, thinner, much more handsome than his old man, and he's really growing into his own. So very nice job there, Matthew. So that was super cool. And then of course now we come to the end of the year.
Yeah.
Technically, it was a 2021 trip. It did go into 2022, but it began in 2021, so it's totally cool to put it in there.
Yeah.
But we had what turned out to be our 3rd group cruise,
Yeah.
technically, of the year, which
I
is
know
insane.
we didn't plan.
We went from 0 to 100 miles an hour.
Beginning of 2021, we didn't really, I guess, really plan that we were going to have 3 back to back to back like that. It's just because of things getting moved around and
Yes.
moved out. It just happened.
So we got together on the Carnival Radiance. Now this is funny. It was a small group. Okay, it's not a lot of
Yeah.
people can cruise during New Year's. Not a lot of people wanted to get cruise at this time. There were a handful of people that did cancel because of all the things going on
Yeah.
with Omicrons and new variants and the pandemic
we
dragging
had
on.
22 people, and it was actually a really nice sized group for New Year's Eve.
It was.
We were able to pretty much spend time with everyone a lot of the time.
It was. Now you might have seen a picture with a few more faces. Sharon did. There was a few people. A few people missing here.
Jamie
so
posted the uncropped version.
I did post an uncropped version. We traveled with Diane and Larry Brandhorst. They had some friends with them. And with Cindy.
Cindy, yeah,
Cindy didn't make it. She wasn't feeling that great, and she was taking a little load off. And of course, Wanda Byram and her husband Daniel weren't in the picture. They went to Ensenada, and I think Cruising for Food may have dabbled in some street tacos, and that will take you out of the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, and then Matthew was missing.
Matthew was missing, but he had no time for us. So, but that was fantastic, and we had a blast on that group cruise as well. Of course, 2 weeks earlier, we went on the naming ceremony. We went there for the naming ceremony for the Radiance, and Sharon got to literally meet Shaquille O'Neal. He's tall. He's a tall man.
Tall.
He is a very, very large man. So that was very cool. It was a New Year cruise, so we got to celebrate Happy New Year with everybody, and that was a total blast. I don't know if it was
so much fun. I mean, I don't know. I
don't know if it was the party. It was I'll tell you what. If we were to ever think about doing it again, we'll be that much more knowledgeable on how to do it on a cruise. Because there were a few places to go where to celebrate, and we were a little unsure. And
I think part of
the
it
weather was
had
crazy.
to do with the time of year right now, or not time of year, but time with current times, I guess I should say.
Yes.
If it was during kind of normal times, I think it would even be more fun, and of course the whole party atmosphere would be even bigger.
Totally.
Although the Lido deck was hopping that night. I mean, everyone was out there. It was going.
It was off the chisel.
It was a lot of fun.
Now, speaking of a lot of fun, we went to Catalina Island for our first time ever, and we enjoyed it. We did a night, and we'll talk a little bit more about it here right after we finish up our review, but we had a blast on Catalina. We went to a bar called Luau Larry's. I scoped it out ahead of time, and I wanted to take... The only person missing in this picture is Larry Thomas. Larry Bum was there, Larry Brandhorst, and I got 2 of the 3 Larrys. Next time, hopefully I get them all.
But on the Vista, they're all 3 going to be on.
They are going to be there. So we'll have Larry, and whatever you want to call me, probably Jimmy at that point. So it'll be a great time. And and the big hit of the weekend was sushi.
I feel like every night
The sushi boat. It was amazing.
Night, Jamie ordered, I think, a sushi boat at our table at dinner.
Yes.
As I don't know. Well, one night you ordered it as your meal, and then you ordered it kind of as an appetizer.
Yes.
too, for
Well, I
the-
realized that it doesn't go very far as a meal when you're sharing it with a bunch of people. Usually, if I were to order sushi with Sharon around, none of it would be touched. In this case, there was a lot of people that enjoyed the sushi.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what,
looked
for
really
18 extra dollars, it was a great
There's a
deal.
lot of sushi on that.
Look at that thing. $18 extra for a huge sushi boat.
I think it's bigger than it looks actually right there.
That
There's
is
a
for
lot-
sure.
There's a lot of
So that was fantastic. And of course, just a little, a little miscellaneous stuff that also went on. in 2021. Of course, we did add an addition to the family. Our beloved Martini, shown there on the trailer shortly after we got her home. So that was fantastic. Of course, we did have some fun camping trips with our family. There you see the three of us, and we got Brett and Brittany and Maxwell, and little Luke is there as well. So we had a blast doing that. You know, spending a little quality time with Matthew, bugging around in the buggy was very, very cool. And of course, one other thing that was pretty neat. Let's not forget, guys, the Sharonatsea Travel Ship Show Vegas meetup. That was fantastic. We had a great time. It's funny how you see a few faces. I'm noticing right out of the gate, the Barclays were here. They were also on the Radiance. You know, you see people from one place to another. Wanda Byram somewhere in there. She was on the Radiance as well. Yep, she's right there. So you see, people like to have fun and hang out with people of like mind and soul. And of course, it was very nice. I did get to spend a little time hanging out with my good friend John, and of course Tony from La Lido Loca. The three of us hung out together. We actually we shared. It was like sharing a suite. There was 2 hotel rooms, and we got 2 hotel rooms right next to each other. We opened the door between them, and so it was like the three of us just sharing a big old hotel room. So that was a whole hell of a lot of fun. So that was it. We had a great 2021. And I hope we didn't bore you too much with our retrospect. We thought about making a fun little video or doing something with it. Let's just show some pictures and talk about it. Yeah. What the heck? People, looks like they are beyond them. They're going crazy for the sushi boat. And I said, Jose Lara is out there. What's up, Jose? Good to see you. Yes, Pam Martini is so much fun. Lindy Lou's 3-year-old granddaughter was saying that she got to have sushi for lunch today. Oh, wow. Perfect. Sue O'Connor, not a fan of the sushi. Cooked only, please, said Richard Zollner. Let's see. Robbie O'Malley, what's going on, buddy? Great to see you.
Having fun on the cruise.
He is still on a cruise. Robbie, you're still on a cruise ship? Dude, unbelievable. Robbie's in his 4th week of being at sea in a row. It's unbelievable. I wish that he was older and I was younger and he can adopt me. Let's just leave it at that. The boys' sleepover, said Meg Dove. And that's how it was. It was like a sleepover. Beth, you're welcome. Thank you for being a part of it. And Beth and Doug are actually part of our memories because I don't have any pictures from it, but we actually met them at Ariba's at the bar down the road for Mexican food and cocktails as well. Sip Show said Vegas was great, especially when Jamie lunged it. Oh yeah, that's when I choked on an oyster shooter. The highlight of the
was that with the pearl?
Listen, this tells you a little bit about what John from the Ship Show, a little bit about him. His favorite part was when I almost died choking in a restaurant on an oyster shooter. Yeah. The shooter was so big.
Oh, is that the one with the pearl? Oh no,
that wasn't. The second one had a pearl in it. That could have killed me as well. I almost died back to back on oyster shooters. But the shooter was so large. I had never had one that had so much alcohol in it, and I tried to do it as a shot, but it was more like a drink. And then I realized I needed to chug it and swallow. But when I swallowed the oyster. Something went down the wrong way, and I almost died. I thought I was going to need the Heimlich maneuver from Tony Barnett, and luckily he didn't have to get behind me and wrap his arms around me, no matter how much I begged him. And so we did all right. We did all right. John says, I am mean. You are mean, dude. Incredibly mean. Unbelievable. So we had a great time. It's been a great year for us. Thank you for sharing it with us and being a part of it. You guys are awesome. John tried to off Jamie. No, Sharon Pinckney, you did not, because as we've said before, we are professionals. We are dragging it out till late in the hour to talk about the group.
We mentioned we have a major, and a minor. So I guess we could bring up the minor right now.
Okay, hold on. Beth said Ariba's called. They have a bar booth on hold for us. Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Carla McClendon, next time I see you, we will enjoy an oyster together, and you will come to the dark side. Okay, there's a major and a minor. Sharon, go ahead. Throw the minor out there right now.
Okay.
Let's just dabble, sprinkle a little something out there. Just hold the carrot. Keep people around a little bit longer.
Okay. All right. So we'll go with the minor announcement first.
Okay.
So since we had so much fun on the New Year's Eve group cruise, and we kind of told ourselves we really like doing this on New Year's Eve. This was a lot of fun. Maybe we want to do it again. Then Matthew the other night, Matthew said, well, first we mentioned doing it maybe in 2023, like skip a year, do it. Then Matthew said, well, can we do it next year? Because he reminded us that, or not, I guess it would be this year.
Yes.
2022
Yes.
is the last New Year's Eve that he'll be able to go to the kids club, Club 02.
Yes.
Because he'll be 18 in January.
Mm-hmm.
So, gosh, that's old.
So sad. That's another show for another time, Sharon.
Anyways,
Well, please pick up the pace a little. Daniel Fields says his plane is boarding. Sorry, Daniel and Nancy Fields. We'll see if we can speed it up
Sorry,
a little
Daniel.
for you. Make sure you get on that plane. How about you spring for the Wi-Fi? How about we do that?
All right.
Don't you? Is a casino not picking up the Wi-Fi on the plane? They only give you the extravagant room. Never mind.
Anyway,
Never mind.
So we decided to do another New Year's
Robbie,
Eve
it's been great seeing you,
cruise.
dude. Love you, man. Take care of yourself
good night,
and have a
Robbie.
great time with the family. Enjoy it.
So we decided to do another New Year's Eve group cruise this year, 2022. And we're going to go back to the Radiance again.
We're doing it again.
A 4-day on the Radiance, back to Catalina Ensenada on December 30th of this year. One reason we chose the same ship is that time of year during the holidays for us, it's busy anyways. It's kind of a hard time to do it, and to have to fly somewhere and everything would be a little hard for us. So Matthew wanted to go out to California again. We couldn't do the Panorama, the longer one, because then he would miss school the following week. So we just went with the fun getaway for New
That's
Year's
right.
Eve 4-day. So
Thank
do
you,
have
Shane.
that,
We appreciate that. Shane said,
thank
sorry, I'm
you,
late.
Shane.
Shane, you just missed an entire review of 2021, a picture review, and we're announcing right now, New Year's Eve 2021. We're going back on the Carnival Radiance. We're doing it all over again. And partly, I think, because Sharon feels a little bit gypped. She woke up New Year's Eve morning not feeling well with a bellyache that was not part of the game plan.
So New Year's Eve night, I wasn't quite myself. I had a great time, but I wasn't like, I don't know. I wasn't quite myself. Anyways, so we're going to go back and do it again. We had, like I said, so much fun. We're going to do it anyways. We thought, you know what? It was great going with a group of people to celebrate with.
It was very fun.
We thought we would do it the same way again.
I'll tell you what, it's not the most expensive cruise. It's just a 4-day. We drank and didn't have to drive. The food and everything was right where we wanted it. It was just fantastic. So we're going to do it all over again.
Yeah.
And we hope all the same people come and a few more of you come
anyone that wants to
and have a lot
come,
of fun.
Let us know. I already held the group space, and
Debbie Rain said, let us know when we can
again.
start reserving our spots. Debbie, how about 2 hours from now? Anytime. Tonight, tomorrow morning, send Sharon an email, sharonatsea@gmail.com. sharonatsea@gmail.com. Say, I want in, give her an idea about cabin, what you need, any of that kind of stuff, and she'll get back to you very quickly. And you'll be surprised how quickly she gets back to you, as a matter of fact.
I'm not as quick as I was. Well, the last couple of months have been pretty crazy, especially the last couple weeks.
Sharon, I'm pretty sure it was. All right, listen. All right, 2 minutes. Selfless promotion. Sharon's been doing this travel business for quite a while. She went from nothing to start her own travel company, her own travel business. She's a travel planner. When you contact Sharon, you talk to Sharon. At this time, there are no other people working with her. You're not going to get put to an office or anything like that. You will talk and deal directly with Sharon for everything you're doing. And hopefully one day she'll hire me. I've been putting in applications, my resume. She's ignoring me so far. She doesn't want me to screw anything
Can't
up.
afford you yet.
But the other night, so if you need anything to book your travel that has to do with cruising, that's where it's at. Come on, any cruise line, any cruise, anywhere, any country, whatever the case is, sharonatsea@gmail.com. But the other night, I swear to God, it's like 8 o'clock at night. Sharon gets an email from someone who was cruising. This is Friday night. I won't say names, but this person is cruising Sunday. They have a flight out Saturday morning and Friday evening, 8 o'clock our time. So later their time. I believe they're on the East Coast, if I'm not mistaken.
Mid Central kind of.
So they were at least an hour ahead of us, at least 9 o'clock where they were. Sharon gets an email from somebody freaked out. They just found out that their flight got canceled for the next morning. Don't know what to do. And their flight was booked through the cruise line and they couldn't get a hold of anybody. by the time that person went to sleep that night, Sharon had made phone calls, she had made contacts, she had all the information the person needed to get resolved, get the issue handled, get a new flight, and get back in the game. And that was fantastic.
Norwegian luckily has an emergency flight after midnight, or flight.
An emergency flight. We hop right on and got
call
that.
after midnight and get these things straightened out. So
There you go. There you go. So, Sharon is very prompt and efficient, said Sue O'Connor. Very nice. So, thank you, Sharon. That's nice of you.
a lot of people had flight issues this week, and it was just a bad flight.
Crazy Cat Traveler says Sharon can't afford the legal liability of hiring Jimmy.
There you go.
Dare you?
Oh my god.
How dare you? Unbelievable. Cruise question: does the New Year cruise go through 2 timelines? So they have 2 parties, one in the front and one in the rear of the ship. That would be fantastic. We were aware of the East Coast celebration, but we didn't throw it down until it was time for the West Coast. We were like, West Coast, yeah, one of those deals. So that was fantastic. So we had a blast. So the minor offering tonight
and
is
we don't say
New Year's Eve cruise.
We don't say minor by like it's not as important like that. We don't want you to think that. It's just we call it minor because it's a short cruise. It's less expensive. Than
We
the other,
anticipated
but,
it being smaller of the 2.
It's probably going to be a smaller group.
And I think a lot of people saw that coming, and some of the people we cruised with got a little bit of a feeling like that was probably going to be happening again, because we constantly just said what a great time we had. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
We had a blast. I mean, just 4 days in a row of hanging out, partying with great people. I can't get
It's
enough.
probably if you want to fly.
Julie Amos already sent an email to book the New Year's Eve.
I mean, if you want to fly from the East Coast or wherever, that is awesome. But a lot of people say we don't do as much from the West Coast, even though we live here, as far as group cruises. So this is a way to kind of do something on the West Coast.
Tessa, what's the hotel pricing like near the port? What's the average price? I don't know, like $220?
It really depends on
depending on where you want to stay, and you can stay anywhere between LAX and Long Beach.
I mean, if you're right by the port, I mean, and you book it far out, maybe $250. It's going to be more as you get closer.
Neil,
but
that's very nice.
There are some that are fairly close to the port, just not right at the port, that are under 200.
That's right.
150-ish.
That's right. Linda Land said there will also be the vlogger cruise the next month, January 23rd.
That is.
You're right about that.
And there will be.
Yes. I mean, if you have to, you're going to be dedicated to cruising for this. It was friggin' cold on the Radiance, though, said Eddie Moonshine.
It was, but you know what? Now I'm ready for it. But we had a great, Catalina was nice weather, though.
It really was. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I was wearing my sweatshirt, but by the time, I mean, like, when that picture of us and when I had my sweatshirt on was earlier in the morning. By the time the sun came up all the way, I mean, it was just pants and t-shirt.
Like,
and it was great.
no, this is going to be horrible. The weather's going to be bad, and it was because it was raining when we got to Long Beach. I don't know. We just got unlucky with the rain hitting us that weekend, I think. But then they changed the itinerary up on us. We were supposed to have be in Catalina the next day. They changed it and made it a sea day, and then moved Catalina and then Ensenada out and then back, which actually benefited us. It worked out for the best, because then our sea day, the weather was a little crappy out at sea, wasn't the best, but the sun did come out though. But then Catalina was gorgeous. The rain was gone. It was beautiful.
I'll tell you what, that first day we did go out to the Lido deck at one point. We were like, holy crap, it was really in the morning we walked on our balcony and it's raining. Then you see the rain, and 2 hours later, the sun was out.
Yeah, I saw the sun coming in from our room. That was the day I wasn't feeling so good. So
that's one cool thing about cruising is they will sometimes they can literally outrun the clouds and go to an area where they know the weather pattern is going to be better, even if it's about 3 or 4 miles off to where they were. They can go somewhere where the weather is going to be nicer.
And then so we had a great time in Catalina. We a lot of us rented golf carts. We drove golf carts around the island. Then we went to Lou Larry's and hung out for a while before we got back on the ship. It was just like the perfect, relaxing, just fun.
It really was. It really was. So a few people are saying they might be down with that. So that'll be very, very cool. Apollo Gaming, hope you had fun on the Radiance. They said it was raining every day as well. We did have a little bit of rain, but we did okay. The night before we stayed at Hotel Maya. I guess we can get right into a little Radiance talk. And here in a few minutes, we're going to announce the big cruise coming up. So hang in there. We had a blast. We stayed the night at the Radiance the night before. Saw a few people. The night before the Radiance, we stayed at the Hotel Maya. That was our first time. The closest hotel to the cruise ship. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was nice. I wish we would have been able to get there earlier. and seen more of the hotel and
Yes.
and the outside area and stuff around it, hang out. But it just wasn't in the cards for
great.
us. You know, it was a
We
long
got there,
drive
and a
over
few
there.
of our friends were there from within the group, and they literally had beer and bourbon, and things got off to a great start right out of the gate. So we had a blast there. We got on the ship the next day in the rain, but we had a fun time nonetheless. I don't know. We've talked about it a little bit already, and we have vlogs that are going to be coming out more. I know it's getting a little late, and I know people are going to want to know what the big announcement is.
So basically, the cruise was great. Like we said, we could tell that the entertainment staff, there were some of them that were probably maybe tested positive that weren't there. We didn't. The ones show the Rock Revolution, I think it's called, that they're supposed to show on that sailing. They didn't show it.
They didn't show it.
And so I think a lot of their main entertainment staff was quarantined. We had an issue where the violinists that were playing in the atrium, 2 of them were missing, and one of the bartenders mentioned that they were quarantined as well. So there was just one violinist.
Well, hold on. She didn't mention it. So here's what she said. This was cute.
Wow.
I said, hey, where's the violin? There's only one violin player, huh? They only have one on the ship. And she goes, well, no, they usually have 3. But when someone is missing, you know where they are.
Wow.
And we're like, okay, we get it. And then what was so funny is that there was a young guy from Ireland, an Irish guy named Ben, who was freaking great. We can't wait to show you the video of him. He was incredibly entertaining. And then one of the people from our group stayed on for one more week. Now, the last night of our cruise was Ben's day off. And then he should have been back on again playing. Well, I guess the following week, Brian, I don't think you're out there. If you are, you can chime in, but I don't think he saw him at all the next week. I think Ben, he asked about Ben, and I think Ben
had COVID.
Was either had or was quarantined from close contact. So they're doing the best they can, but it happens to everybody.
So I think that's the biggest problem is a lot of the ships, the staff, crew, they're just they're quarantined.
Oh my God! Do you remember that late in the evening on the last night of the cruise, there was a knock on our door, and I opened the door, and there was a lady there in an official outfit. And she had like a notepad and looked like an electronic scanner in her hand.
Oh yeah.
And I opened the door, and my stomach fell out. I thought,
oh my God!
I thought without a doubt that this was the COVID person. Excuse me, the Proman 19 Pearls person. I thought for sure this was the lady that was there to tell us that we were in close contact and to come with her. I mean, I thought it was over. And I almost lost my breath for a minute. It turned out it was just somebody from
she was the
housekeeping.
Housekeeping manager.
Yes.
Just checking to make sure everything was okay.
And I'm like, really? Because you just scared the hell out of me. Thank you. Don't ever do that again. Unbelievable. Gosh. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, everything was great. The food was good, and
the service was pretty good.
Maybe it could have been a little bit better, but I mean, nothing really to complain about. And except for one thing I will complain about with the food.
I have no idea what you're about to say, so go with it.
It was. They had the worst at a Guy's Burger on the ship that I've had on any Carnival.
Wow,
ever,
yes, it was a bad Guy's.
Horrible Guy's Burger.
Yes.
Horrible. But the Shack's chicken was great. Everything else. But I think it was the last day, you brought me the Guy's Burger, and it was just, the meat just didn't look the same. There was nothing on my burger. Like the bun was dry, and then they threw like an onion and like lettuce on it, and it was supposed to be a ringer, and then there was no sauce at all.
Oh God, it was dry. And we brought it back to the room for you.
The bun was like so dry and old, like it was horrible. I've never had a burger like that before.
That's right. That
so I was really surprised.
Jamie, not yet, but in the coming weeks.
So see,
in the coming weeks, vlogger cruise information should start to dribble out, including some information about hotels and stuff like that. I know everyone's excited, but only barely now are hotels opening to be available.
In fact, most still aren't open. I've seen a couple open up. There's a few that I'm kind of watching for when they open up. And we're going to be getting together with the 3 other travel agents here probably soon and making some plans for that getting some stuff.
Jan Rule said, I head out on Sunday. I can't believe it about guys. Jan, go check it out. Come back.
I hope it's
Join us
better.
in the cruise.
Maybe
Sharon
we
Sea
just
Travel Cruise.
had
on
a
Facebook.
stale batch of buns. I don't know, but it was just weird.
They were underwhelming. They were not the same usual delicious.
How
food.
honest I am. I even say something bad about a guy's burger, and I love guys.
And you do love Guy's Burger. As a matter of fact, and by the way, if you didn't see our video from today,
That burger was good too.
that burger was amazing. We
It
ate
was
the burgers
really
at the
good.
American Diner on the
Oh my
breakaway,
God.
and that
So
was
good.
watch the video. Don't watch the video. We put a new video out today. It just came out a couple hours ago. Make sure you check it out before you go to bed. Please, everyone, just watch it. If you fall asleep, it's okay. Just let the video play till the end, and everything will be fine. All right, Sharon, are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready to tell people the big announcement? Summer 2023.
Yeah.
Are you ready
And-
to drop the information?
I guess so.
Are you sure about that? Are you guys ready? Who
Well-
wants to know? Who wants? Oh, Leanne just watched the video. Thank you. Not the same for the fries, I'm sure. The fries are okay. Great video. Thank you. Crazy Cat Travelers got a drum roll, please.
All right. Well,
What will we be doing? We could do it. We could show a picture to
Well,
let people know part
let's-
of it, and then something to let them know the rest. What do you think?
Well, first off, we put a post out a couple months back, maybe even longer than that, about for our group cruises in 2023, 2024, as we're planning, where you wanted to go. What would be the top place you would want to go? Also, what cruise lines and
Trevor Bagotler, it's not Lake Placid.
And so we kind of base some things off that, and then we do have more coming, but we're still waiting for 2024 itineraries to come out.
That's right.
But we went ahead and
This is someplace we want to go to again.
yes, and we
And we think a lot of people want to go there again. Whoa.
Oh.
Easy.
Oh.
We have teamed up with another channel. It's a channel that a lot of people are familiar with. It's a channel that is beloved and dear friend of ours. I guess
I think he wants to go there too again.
yes,
We
he
all
wants to
wanna
go there again. He wants to go there again. I think his wife wants to go there again. And I guess that we can let you know, guys, 2023, mid-year. I know the vlogger cruise is in January. I get it.
That's in
Some people
summer.
can't cruise a lot. This is summer break.
And I know a lot of people have asked us to do things in the summer before too, and usually,
our first summer
usually we don't
group
because it's more expensive in the summer. But this is something that is a summer cruise. It's something you got to do in the
That's
summer.
right. That's right.
So
All right, so without further ado, guys, let me let you know that we are pleased to announce the big midsummer, the summertime group cruise 2023. Just in case you didn't get enough cruising on the big vlogger extravaganza in January, and you need a little more, you need to throw down a little more, you need a little more festivity, you haven't gotten the party bug out of your system, but you also want to go out and experience the beauty.
wow,
The beauty that the world has to be involved in. You want to combine a great time with great people and also great scenery and amazing time. Then the only thing you need to know is you need to join us on the Sharon Sea Travel Ship Show, Freeze Your Bagok Off, Alaska Group Cruise, June 20, 2023. That's right. Sharon Sea Travel teaming up once again. The success is amazing. We're coming together again as a family, as channels, as friends, as family, with John from the Ship Show. York is on the bubble. We're still negotiating with York. He drives a hard bargain. But that's right. The Freeze Your Bagok Off Alaska Group Cruise. I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready for it. Let's see if the chat, did everyone leave? Oh, come on. Just say, okay. Oh, come on, for Christ's sake. You're soaking this one. Alaska. That's right. Alaska. It's going to be Alaska. Bagok. Yay. Freeze Your Bagok Off. We're going to Alaska, guys. Hold on. Some questions about what cruise. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Hold on. Were we supposed? Hold on. We do know a cruise line. We do know a cruise line as well.
we do.
There's not a lot of options.
Okay, so
But
there were
don't say it.
No,
Don't say it. Just
I'm gonna
talk
say
about it.
there were a couple. Well, there were a lot of options to go with, I guess. But for us, there was only a couple options of what made sense for us to do this group cruise.
That's right. That's right.
Because anyways, so we went with a cruise line. One of the ones that people have, guess. That's another question we put out there. What cruise line do you want to go on a group?
It was by far, this was the cruise line that people chose.
I don't know if it was for Alaska, but you know what? We went on this cruise line to Alaska and we had an amazing time before.
That's right.
So,
so guys, here's the cruise line. Are you ready? We're going to announce a cruise ride right now, but we brought in a special celebrity to help us do it. This person is going to come in and let you know the name of the ship. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. That's right, guys. It's a Carnival Freedom. We're going on the Carnival Freedom. We chose the Carnival Freedom for a number of reasons. Number one, price point is there. Yeah. Alaska is even not a cheap
even
cruise.
If you have, we even like thought about Norwegian. It has a drink package included. Even if you take that into consideration, it was still cheaper, less expensive, whatever, to go with Carnival.
Yeah.
I think the experience is kind of what you make of it. They do have all the people that come on board that do all the talking when you're in the glaciers and things as well on Carnival. We plan to put some things together and maybe a couple ports excursion wise and like some really cool stuff, work with some people, outside companies, and plan some really cool things to do on this cruise. And just, I don't know, see as much as we can.
Sharon, my level of excitement and your level of excitement are not on the same page right now. It is an Inside Passage cruise, Rhonda Carney. We will go up and we'll hit the Inside Passage and all the hot spots. Sharon, do you have a list? Where will this ship be going to?
And also, some of them actually left from Canada.
Hold on, Dave Whiting just said you guys will be getting off as we're getting on. Well, Dave, just do another back-to-back. Just like you did on the Mardi Gras. You can throw it in our faces the whole time.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. Linda Lance said, I'm doing it anyway, even if it's on Carnival. Listen, we thought about it. The NCL had an option. First off, we didn't want to, we have friends that are doing an Alaska cruise this year on the Encore, and we weren't going to double dip and go to the same ship. That's a lame deal. There was another NCL ship that was going, but we just decided to go back to a place where we can really let our hair down, have some fun, and it's not going to be the insane party as usual.
Alaska is about Alaska more so than the ship, I think, too.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, we're gonna have a great time.
It's a 7-day cruise. NA Reels. What's up?
We've already, oh my gosh, put together one. I mean, there's a lot of port days, not only a couple. I guess. Hold
on. People are asking some questions. Let me review it again.
We got to tell them what we have planned.
So Alaska group cruise out of Seattle, Washington. It's Seattle to Seattle. So the Great Pacific Northwest. Yes. It's going to be June 20. Hold on, am I saying that right? June 20. June 20, 2023.
Yes, 2023.
That's right. Sue O'Connor, the first day out of Seattle can be a little bumpy, but I think once you get in there, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, that first sea day it can't
Jim and Annette Tallman, it's going to be June 20, 7-day cruise. It is, right, is that bikini weather. I'll tell you what, it could be. It's a little later than we'd like to go, but we wanted to go during summer vacation for people.
And before we went in May, and it was great too. We have another cruise in May, and we thought June it might be a little bit warmer, but and it gives more people the opportunity to come along that can't. Right. That have to go during
so the ports. What's the lineup on the ports?
Right,
what do you got?
We leave from Seattle, then we have a sea day. Then you spend the day cruising around Tracy Arm Fjord.
The Tracy Arm Fjord, that's right. Just cruising down a beautiful waterway, amazing views on each side of the ship, so that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a sea day, but it's a lot of...
Linda Land's definitely going to be there. There's no hotel or airport fees, so we're good to go. We have, oh my God, Dave said we have 10 of us going on the 27th.
Oh,
Dave, that's fantastic. Dave, you going family or you got a group of cruisers? Let us know what you got going on.
And let's see, then we're in Skagway from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Then we're in Juneau from 7 to 3.
Dave Cass pointing out a great thing. The Freedom has a pool with a sliding dome. That is fantastic. Is that in the aft, Dave, or is that midship? I forget. It's been a while since we were on the Freedom.
I think I maybe got
Dylan see me kayaked in Tracy. What's up, Dylan?
Oh, let's see. Then we're at Ketchikan from 7 to 1, and then we have the quick little stop in Victoria. from 8 p.m. to like midnight.
That's right. Late night cocktails and cigars in Canada before we come home. That's going to be the plan.
And then we're back home at 7 the next morning. So those are all early days. So our activities won't be as late night as some of the other cruises, but we'll have some fun things on the sea days, including one thing that we talked about that we haven't done on any other group cruises before. We'll do it on the first time on this one.
That's right, guys.
And
this will be the cruise. Will be
the Lido Olympics.
The Lido Olympics will be introduced on that cruise, June 2023, the Alaska cruise. The Lido Olympics, brought to you by
food,
Sharonatsea Travel, and the Ship Show. It's going to be
and
amazing.
Maybe even jumping jacks. I don't know, like all kinds of crazy stuff.
It's going to be an Olympics held on the Lido deck that will test the strength and the mental fortitude of men and women.
And you're going through the glaciers.
It'll be unbelievable. So you're not going to want to miss that. And so when putting these things together and having conversations with John and talking about this stuff and getting excited about it a year and a half early is so crazy and so much fun.
Tess said you just have to go to bed or start earlier and go to bed earlier. That's right, Tess.
Tess, truer words have not been spoken. A majority, if not every one of these ports, we get in at 7:30, and these are not long days. These are not 7 to 5. It's like 7 to 1:30.
No, they're 7 to 8 p.m.
Where's that?
Skagway.
And Skagway, 7 to 8 p.m. Hold on. Are you sure that's right?
Yes. Skagway's a great port. There's a lot to
do. Are you 100%
there.
sure it's 7 to 8 p.m.?
I'm positive. Then it's 7 to 3 in Juneau.
Holy crap. Okay, 7 to 3.
Ketchikan's really the only shorter day, 7 to 1.
And that's where I want to go fishing. So we'll see what happens.
And that's your best shopping day.
You can book, guys, anytime. So Sharon has secured cabins already. So she's got the Shane Norgren said, here is a duck for you to hide. Sailing the Freedom, July 25th, 2023. Oh my God, Shane, that's unbelievable that you're going to be there a month after us. You can come a month early too. Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be off the chills list of Kevin Counts. You're right. I think it's midships and Maryland Dillon. That's cool. David Katz has a couple other cruises in 2023. Got to work a little overtime to make it happen. Work that overtime. Get on the schedule. Should also be the summer solstice, so a lot of daylight at night. That'll be very weird.
Yeah.
But that'll be super cool as well.
Yeah, it's always...
Maybe we can see some northern lights.
When we went to Alaska last time, it was so weird that it was so light till late at night. That was kind of cool.
Well, let's see how many people dropped off immediately after the announcement.
But we're excited for that. We've been wanting to go back to Alaska.
There's only 19 people left. Oh, there's still over 200 people are still here.
So
nice job, guys.
Really
nice work,
excited.
everybody. We hope you're as excited as we are about it. I don't know. We thought that was a major announcement. We've been talking about Alaska for a little bit, and we know other people have been there. We get it. There's a lot to do. So what we want to try to do is find a cruise line that won't break the bank, and hopefully we can put together some excursions and have fun without having to remortgage the house, because Alaska is not cheap. We're aware of that, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Yeah. And another thing I'm looking forward to is we know the first day, like we're going to leave Seattle, and it's going to be wild and crazy. Then the next day is a sea day. That day, if I'm not mistaken, will be the roughest day on the ship.
It usually is, and I know when we went in May it was. I got a little seasick, and I don't usually get seasick, but but you just have to come prepared. And but last time we all sat down. There was a few people not feeling that well. We all
a bunch of women
in the atrium together,
literally the women,
and hung out, and some had their apples, some had their sea bands, whatever, and then the guys were all sitting there drinking beer. But
some had their Foster Lager oil can beers. That's what got us through the day.
Together and just we were there.
We laughed at other people as they all got sick because they all passed out. John Heald was on that cruise. We cruised with John Heald on that one, and he literally walked past us. There was about 8 or 9 of us in a little a booth with a table, and I kid you not when I tell you the table had at least 7 oil can beers on it, Foster's oil can beers, and a bunch of other glasses. And he walked by and he looked and he stopped and he double looked and he looked at us and he looked down at the table and he knew that we were serious cruisers at that moment. John Heald. Thank you, everybody, for letting me share that story. It was amazing. One of my favorites. So yes, you are right though. Tess, great comment. We will have to start earlier, get to bed earlier. That is for sure. So either cruise you want to go on New Year's Eve, call Sharon anytime. You want to go to Alaska, call Sharon. And if you don't want to cruise, if you say, I don't want anything to do with these jerks, I just need a reputable travel specialist that will be there when I need her to help out and help me take care of business and answer my questions, then you can call Sharon for that too. It's totally up to you.
I've heard nightmares on flights to Seattle. Oh, I don't. Well, lately, there's been nightmares of flights everywhere. I think, but I don't know.
Blinky, don't worry. This is mid 2023. Listen, it'll all be, the virus will be gone, man. We'll look back at it. We'll all laugh and we'll think it's just a riot. And we can't even believe we all acted so crazy.
Timothy Walter says it can be worse than the Bermuda cruise.
No. I don't know, Timothy. Yeah. Well, that first day though there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot. We were on the Bliss and everyone was walking sideways for 2 days at Sue O'Connor. You are so right. You are so right.
I know going out of Canada, it's a little better because you kind of miss that rough sea the first day, but also there's a lot more issues and things flying, everyone having to fly to Canada. There's the expense of flying to Canada and things, and we're trying to keep it as budget friendly as possible.
That's right.
So
what we're gonna do, guys, is this is unheard of. This is unprecedented. We are renting a U-Haul. We're gonna fly to Florida, rent a U-Haul, and if you need a ride to Seattle, we're gonna drive all the way up to the Pacific Northwest. We're gonna pick your ass up on the way. So just shoot us an email and let us know if you need a U-Haul ride. That's right. It's gonna be John from the Ship Show driving. I'm shotgun, and Sharon and Matthew are in the middle, in the front seat of that thing. We're gonna pick you up and throw you in the back of it.
For you in Arizona.
It's gonna be amazing. Amazing. Garrett Labelson says, Sharon, can I switch my dates from May on the Freedom to the group cruise? You can do anything you want, Gary. Well, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, and I saw that Marilyn Dillon, it wasn't that rough. Marilyn, believe me, I know it wasn't that rough, and I get you, but some of the people that are just used to that whole, like, I'm in the Caribbean, I don't even know the ship's moving. You get on a little smaller ship like the Freedom, right? You're going to get a real cruising feel on that ship. It's going to be very nice. So contact Sharon. Sharon, before you take any calls, make sure that we're booked, because I think a lot of people are going to eat up these cabins quickly. But it's going to be very, very fun. Linda Land is already planning on both cruises.
Yeah. And it will probably, Alaska always sells out quicker than others. And with 2020 being canceled, 2021, a lot of people have moved them out to 2022. And even 2023. So
that's right. That is right.
Like this is a cruise that it's not like something you could book last minute. Probably it will at that point.
Kathy Schultz says, pick me up in Wisconsin, not a problem. We'll be there. Panama City Beach, no problem. Scott will get there for you as well. Arkansas on the way from Florida. Wow. Tess, you got it, no problem. 101 and the I-17 for my U-Haul pickup. Dylan Seaman will get you there too. There you go. So hopefully you can go on one of the cruises, if not both of them. And I don't know, someone made the comment, you can't make everyone happy with your group cruise choices. But we sure try to, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and we thought about even going with like a Princess or Holland America. We hear they do Alaska, really nice. But
the price was insane.
Well, the price is a little more, and also we've had several people tell us lately that they were bored on those cruises. So I don't know. We like to stay up a little. Well, we probably won't stay up late on this cruise, but we'd like to stay up a little later on things. And
we'll be up late.
And so we don't want everything closing at like 9:00 or anything.
Yeah.
So
you are correct about that. Amy Franz has to be there.
Yeah, we feel like a group cruise needs to be on a cruise line where it's they're used to having groups and having fun like that. So
the Red Dog Saloon will be part of the schedule. That is for sure. We'll see. I would love to do some salmon fishing. I don't know if we can do it. There's probably going to be a lot of people on the ship, and I don't know if my captain, if my old captain, is it Captain Clay? Mm-hmm. That's who it was, right? In Ketchikan. I don't don't know if his ship will hold enough.
He might have some friends that can take people out too, though.
We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So 9:00, we're just getting started, so Arnold, come. Arnold, we know how you like to roll, you and Dana. We know you can throw down all night long. That is for sure. So that's a big announcement. We've covered a lot of ground. We have already been here for almost an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
Sharon, are you ready to go see how many emails you have to see what's going on? Yes, Alaska is sensory overload. Once you do it, when you do it once, you want to go back.
Yeah, it's almost like you get a good taste of it the first time, and then you want to go and see even more.
There you go.
Like I never wanted to go to Alaska before I went because I hate the cold. So I was like, I want to go to the Caribbean. I don't really care if I ever go to Alaska. And then we decided to go a few years back, and it was we had so much fun, and I loved it. It was beautiful, and ever since then I've been wanting to go back.
Slinky Eagle King does not get seasick once they had a tropical storm evolve around them back in 2018. See, that's good to know. You need to know those things, but it's funny. You never know when seasick can come and get you. We had some people who aren't usually seasick get seasick on the Radiance. That ship was rocking when we were on the Radiance, wasn't it? It was just moving and shaking a little bit.
Yeah, there was a day that a couple.
It was right. Hold on. I think some people just want to know again. What ship are we on again, Sharon? What ship is it? Tell us, Mel. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. That's right. The Sharonatsea Travel Ship Show, Freeze Your Bagok Off, Alaska Group Cruise, June 2023. It's going to be off the chisel. 2023 is going to be an amazing year of cruising, starting with the Vlogger Extravaganza. So on a side note, Vlogger Extravaganza, information about a hotel should be coming out soon, so hang in there. I know everyone's kind of booked with someone different, and we're all one big happy family. Whoever you booked with, if your team one person, or if your team Josh, or your team EECC, or your team La Lido Loca, or whatever the case is, you can go with whoever you want to go with for your booking and your hotel. You can do your own thing. You make the call. Sharon's going to try to put something together for as many people as possible.
I think the plan was, and I think it still is, that we're all going to try to book some group space at a hotel, and but everyone's welcome to. They can book their own hotel. Right. They can book Airbnbs. They can book whatever they want as well.
That's correct. Whatever you want to do.
And we'll be start putting information out here before too much longer.
I will tell you this. Don't have any FOMO. Don't have fear of missing out. There may be a lot of people that know each other in a hotel, but the reality is there's no way that so many people can get together the night before and coordinate any. We're not going to be able to pull a 600-person event for the entire group, 600 or more people for the entire group the night before. So wherever you are, chances are you'll run into somebody on the street, at a bar, somewhere like that. There won't be a lot of coordinated things before we get on the ship. I have a feeling that's just the reality of it. There's too many people. You can't put anything special like that together once you get that many people. And that's just the deal. We will not be doing embassy suites. That's a few people have asked us that. That's not going to be on the table for us. We're going to go with something a little cheaper, a little more reasonable. Not cheaper. I think the location was the biggest thing.
There's 4 or 5 places that I've been kind of looking at. So, but I'll know more once we're able to book space in there.
That's right.
They're not booking yet.
That's right. And they all ought to be within a walking distance to Bourbon Street and New Orleans and the downtown area and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we are not New Orleans pros by any means like some other people are.
I mean, we've been there. We've cruised out of there 2 times or 3. 3?
2 times?
Twice. And
twice.
Yeah, and then I've been
3
there.
times
I've been there once
cruiser.
on just a vacation and stayed there
and I love you.
But so we kind of know the area a little bit. But
we've cruised once, twice. Getting ready for 3 times out of New Orleans on the Vlogger Extravaganza. And I love you. Anyway, so it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to let our hair down. And so that's coming up soon. And once information comes out, it'll come out quickly. Okay, but it all has to be very coordinated. We're not going to try to say, here's what we're doing. And then someone else goes, oh, here's what we're doing. We want it all to kind of jive and gel and that kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm sure each channel will have a few things that they do together, like with others, and a few things that they do on their own as a channel with folks that are really into that channel. So we'll see what happens.
One thing to keep in mind, there's 4 port days. So there's only 2 sea days on this cruise. So we'll see what the plans are. What we're gonna try to cram in on those 2C days.
You're right. You're right. And I only mentioned 4, and of course there's other folks that are going as well, and the other, your DJs and the ship show's going to be there, and other channels and other great folks are going to be there.
Things I don't know, who's going to yet if there's any group excursion things planned or not. We haven't talked about that and that kind of thing.
So we're going to get that info coming out.
We'll have that.
C. Morales, don't come in here like that. I mean, you know what? No, that's why no one likes Raider fans, because you don't know what. It's been forever since you've been in the playoffs. You're going to come in here talking smack. You missed it. I gave the opportunity for people to talk smack early in the show. You missed the opportunity. Just like a Raider fan, you couldn't do it something on time. What's the matter with you? But I look forward to seeing you on a cruise sometime soon, brother. Congratulations on a big win. Let's see. Wait, when is your group from MSY? Wait, what, Shane? What's MSY? Wait, when is your group from MSY? Is that I don't know what MSY is. I don't know what that means, Shane. I don't think I know what it means. Let's see. Don't come in here late with the Charger talk. Aspen, ATC, you too, everybody.
Nola.
Oh, MSY is New Orleans. Okay, New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's January 29, 2023. The big vlogger extravaganza. C. Morales says, love you, Tammy. Love you too, brother. You know that. You and Ruth, both of you. Thank you, Leanne.
Singapore.
Since you're in a singing mood, Jamie, break out the guitar, said Timothy Wall. Timothy, it's in the other room. I don't even know that I have anything plugged in at the moment. I haven't played I'm sorry to say I have not played in a little while. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'll see what I can get going. We'll see what happens. There we go. MSY is the code word. Oh, no wonder. For Armstrong Airport in New Orleans. MSY. Yeah. Of course, that makes sense. Louis Armstrong Airport, New Orleans, MSY.
I know. I wasn't thinking about airports at first.
Yeah, I was like, why don't know what's happening? MSY. Unbelievable. Let me see. Nancy Fields, hello if you're out there. I saw your comment earlier. I don't ever want to miss saying hi to you. Hope you guys are doing well. Nancy Fields posted she won big and they are flying home first class. Yeah, that's every Tuesday, Jamie Wilhite. That's what she does every Tuesday because she wins big over the weekend. She flies home. Everything she does is first class. She's an amazing lady. Lady Joy, let's see. Are you putting it out there so we can book the hotel January 2023? Lady Joy, we will put information out as soon as we get it. For if being in the same hotel where we are is important, Sharon will look to do the group. Sometimes there's a group. Sometimes you can save money as a group, but it's not what it's always cracked up to be.
Sometimes you can get a pretty good savings, and sometimes it's just a few dollars. So,
yes. So we'll see.
It depends on the hotel, time of year, a lot of factors.
We've done it before, and Sharon's looked at it before, and I know you'll correct me if I'm speaking out of turn, but there's been 1 or 2 times where you looked at it, and it wasn't worth. To be honest, it wasn't worth the trouble. It wasn't worth people having to go through this process of booking and not having control of their reservations so much and stuff like that to go through you for a few dollar savings. And it just wasn't, what it was cracked up to be. And people, they want to go there, but then they want to save a few dollars. It just wasn't great. So we don't do it often. We don't usually do the hotels.
But
and there you go
for groups. But we will be doing one this time.
You've got mail, Sharon.
Oh,
Sharon, do you want to go over there and just go in your mailbox and see how many there are? Over 10 or under 10? Maybe 15, maybe 20. We'll see what happens. We will see. All right, guys, it's been an amazing night. We thank you so much for being here with us all through 2021 and hanging in there the whole year. Don't forget to check out our newest breakaway video this morning. I know the breakaway was forever ago. I think we were going to throw together one more final breakaway video, and then we're going to get into Navigator of the Seas, then we're going to get into the Radiance, and then pretty soon we're going to be getting into
hopefully those will all be out.
Carnival Vista.
Yeah, they'll all be out by the end of January. And then one thing new we're going to start this year, once all those are out, we're going to go back to putting out some other videos that we used to, like information, tip videos, things like that. We used to put out a lot of videos on like hotels we recommended, just like.
All right, well, you better get on that. Don't overcommit and under-deliver.
A lot of those have changed since we first put those out a few years back. there's other places now that we might want to recommend or that we've stayed at that we liked and different things. So we'll probably redo some of those videos and then just a lot of other things. And we're going to be putting a couple of those out every week, kind of regular.
There you go.
As probably start that in February.
Pia Broderick said the vlogger crew should do the Zoom calls. We'll see if that happens. If you were on the Vista,
that might even be too big. Well, maybe not if we.
Side note: if you're on the Carnival Vista with us here in 52 days, I guess, with us in the ship show, we will be putting out some information on what night you want to sign up. We're going to do the Zoom call the same way we did them for the breakaway. These Zoom calls will be a little less protocol oriented, although we'll share information like we usually do, but a little more like what can you expect, what are we going to do, and meet people ahead of time and say hi. So we're going to continue to do that.
That's nice.
It's worked out well for us.
When you get on board too, you kind of you know who people are a little bit. And,
that's right.
And it just makes everyone feel a little more comfortable, I think.
Timothy said, excuses. Next week I'm holding you to it. Timothy, I'm sorry. Okay. He drives a hard bargain, that Timothy Walters. I can't wait to see him again as well on the Vista. It's going to be fantastic. Neil Drucker, I can't comment on that right now, but it's going fantastic, just so you know.
Yeah, that's
just
another.
So you know. Well, thanks to Arnold Kump, I bought a little extra time with the bathroom remodel. He sent a spare John for that, so I've been using that when I'm in a pinch. Funny. So I've been putting that to good use. Appreciate it, Arnold. You're the man. We'll see. Does the hotel you're staying at have any restaurants in the Galveston Vista at the Galveston Vista cruise? Timothy. Well, Timothy,
there's food there.
There's food there. It's got two bars. It's got a downstairs a bigger bar, and then an upstairs rooftop bar.
But there's restaurants and things in walking distance around there also. I mean, the port's only. I mean, you could really walk to the port if you wanted to, but I don't think we'll be walking. It's a little more than.
Why not? Have some balls.
But
come on, we can do it.
But there's different places, restaurants, and things.
Okay, I don't know, after the late night party.
I'll walk to the port.
You got to carry the
You'll be the one like, well, let's just get a taxi.
I probably will after the pre get together. Mm-hmm. We'll see. At the Tremont on the Vista, I called the Tremont and I asked them about just securing the entire rooftop. That's not going to play. They only fit about 85 people at the rooftop bar area at one time. So get there early, grab a spot. But if the rooftop doesn't work out, downstairs, there's a whole nother big bar area, a lobby bar type of deal. It's really, it'll be a nice spread. It'll be a very nice thing.
And we'll be
then
there
at night,
sometime. I forget what time our flight is, but we get in the afternoon or late afternoon at some point.
We'll be there. We're probably gonna go grab a bite to eat somewhere. And just kind of as us, just as a Sharonatsea travel, we're gonna have some dinner and then get to the hotel and then look for people and have fun. It's kind of our mode. It's something that we like to do. We spend a little time together and then we hang out with everybody.
We just booked our flight. We had our flights going for quite a while now, but we just booked our flights yesterday coming home because I hadn't booked them yet because they were a lot pricier coming home, and I don't know. I was kind of waiting, and then it was just I wasn't finding anything I liked and the prices. So then I found something the next day on Alaska Airlines, of all airlines, that was a lot less expensive. So we're going to fly home on Sunday instead on Alaska early in the morning. So we're just going to probably after the cruise go.
Well, we're flying to Alaska the next day?
No, we're flying Alaska Airlines. So anyways, so we're probably going to just stay at a hotel, maybe by the airport because we have to get up so early. I don't know. After, but we'll see.
Nautical nurse Nancy just chimed in from the Pacific Ocean, somewhere in the Pacific, on her way to Hawaii, and she wants to know what's this about Alaska. Nancy, we're planning. We put together something for Alaska, June 20, 2023, and we'd love for you to be there. So contact Sharon at sharonatsea@gmail.com for all the information.
Nancy, I hope you're having a great time out at sea. I saw the handmade leis you made today.
Yes.
Oh,
Nancy got laid today.
That looks like so much fun.
Sorry, Anthony. I apologize. It was a horrible thing to say. Please forgive me for that comment. Please forgive me. Larry Bum just got done with the varsity game. Not sure what's said about the Radiance, but I was told by many that I had a blast. Larry, you had a great time. I'll shoot you a message and let you know the rest of what we talked about tonight. But you're going to want to know what's going on, because things are going to be off the chisel. Larry, I can tell you, get ready. Next year, New Year's Eve, Radiance, it's happening all over again. Group cruise on the Radiance New Year's Eve. Let's do it one more time. And we'll see if we can take some of the video from that and remember what we did.
Alaska, June of 2023.
Alaska, June 2023. That was a big announcement going on. So Alaska, June 2023. The Radiance, New Year's Eve 2022. It's going to be off the chisel, and that's what we have going on. So there you go. There you go. Marilyn Dillon said, Nautical Nancy is sitting right next to me. Marilyn Dillon, you get me her autograph, please. Get Nancy to sign a napkin or something for me. I need to put it in my collection. Make sure, guys, if you're out there, watch for Nautical Nurse Nancy's lives. Watch for her vlog. She went live the other day talking about her Hawaii trip. She was very, very nervous that it might not go. And it went. And other people were supposed to be there. And other people bailed out on it. And they changed their mind. And you know who didn't? Nancy. Because she's going to go and have a great, great time. So we are super, super excited.
And Mary Ellen went through like hoops, I think, to get there. Like she was, but they were determined to go.
They got there. Mary Ellen Dillon, Nautical Nurse Nancy, together again. It's
First
a new power
Hawaii
duo.
Cruise back.
Dinner was fabulous. Lovely time with my love. Sitting with Mary Ellen at a show right now. That is awesome. Are you at a show? Is there a bar at the show, or how are the cocktails flowing? We want to hear all about the Hawaii cruise. Is it everything it's cracked up to be? Is the casino hopping? Are the bars hopping? That's what we need to know.
How's the weather? Is it cool out there, or is it not too bad right now?
There you go. Tessa Mont said she's going to bring on the Vista. I'll bring a Sharpie and get all the vlogger stars and moderators to sign the laminated schedule. Good move. Get autographs on the laminated schedule. Just don't get it so you can't read the time where you want to be there. Ditto for the vlogger cruise as well. A little bit of everything. All right, guys, we're out of here. We got to go. It's almost 9 o'clock, and Sharon still has some. What do you still have to do? You still have to answer 20 emails that are going to be there ready to go. Marilyn said, wait, I filmed footage for her yesterday. That is fantastic. She's already got you. You're hired. Right. You are hired, Marilyn.
Nancy's got an assistant, a new assistant.
That's right. That is right. Perfect. Nancy's loving Nancy, I know you are. You will be a deep, dark brown by the time you get back. You'll be loving it. It will be fantastic. All right, so Nancy, have fun. Yeah. Leanne Francisconi, thanks for being here tonight to moderate the chat and hang out with us. We love you. Everyone else out there, thank you so much for joining us for our first show of 2022, first of many.
We'll have more announcements coming as they put out the 2024 itineraries.
More announcements.
Well,
more announcements.
Yeah. There may. I already have something that may be happening in 2024, but we have more to come.
What you talking about?
Maybe the ABC Islands.
Ooh, that's a teaser. That's a teaser. That's a carrot. She just dangled the carrot right there. Just dangled the carrot. Linda Land already sent an email. Loves the Hawaii cruise, said Ashley K. Very cool. Have a great week, everybody. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for an amazing 2021. We can't wait to see what 2022 has in store for it. Yeah. It's already starting out fantastic. Besides, the whole Omicron and all that kind of stuff. So I think the new thing is called Deltacron, isn't it? I think, is that what it's called? Are they calling the new version of it Deltacron or something like that? I heard there's a new marijuana out. It's called Chronic Cron. No, that's not happening. Oh my
gosh, Jamie.
That's not happening. All right. Well, anyway,
Carla.
You guys have a great evening. We'll see you next time. And from all of us here at Sharonatsea Travel, to all of you out there, from myself, from Sharon, from Matthew in the other room, from Lucy Boswell, from Nautical Nurse Nancy, from Leanne Francisconi, and from everyone else out there in the Sharonatsea Travel family.
Happy cruising, and we will see you soon. See you next Monday.
That is right. We'll see you next Monday. And guys, behave yourself out there. Be nice to people. Be nice to people, okay? Take a minute, put yourself in their shoes, and be nice to people. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Good night, everyone.
Peace out.